I am happy to invite back to the stage Marc van de Casteele of RIZIV INAMI, coordinator of HTA for pharmaceuticals. And Marc, as you have already been in this place, you know that your screen turns bright red when you go over time.
Thank you for your introduction. Yes, this is an own match here. Okay, for the member state perspective, that's the subject of my talk here, and from the Belgian perspective, taking into account that member states are the principal users of this European HTA report. My presentation will only concern pharmaceuticals. I say it here because we here within the Institute, there are two separate departments. What is happening here? Only two separate departments, one on pharmaceuticals and one on medical devices. Well, how do we see it? Well, we prefer national submissions once the GCA report is publicly available. Just in a smooth transition, we have the GCA report and we prefer the national submissions shortly afterwards. We don't prefer outdated GCA reports. It could be. We foresee that. We see the possibility that the company comes to the Belgian Health Insurance Institute 2-3 years later. We don't want it, but it's possible that we have to deal with an outdated GCA report, and which will create for us at the national member state level much more work to do. The reports, the national reports, will be bilingual, English-Dutch or English-French. You may say or ask yourself, what has this to do with GCA? Well, in Belgium, this linguistic question is a very tricky question, and we have adapted our laws, our linguistic laws, to incorporate a GCA report in the national HTA. The English part will be, of course, coming from the GCA, and then the Dutch part, either Dutch, either French part, will be the national part of the national report as it is today. And for your information, it is the pharmaceutical company that chooses the language of the procedure here at the Institute. Either Dutch, either French. So, national assessments post-GCA, what will be added? We have a complete report, we have heard it, a full report, a lot of discussions going on and drafts and everything, but we will add to that, and we will add the clinical pathways in Belgium as we know it, the clinical standards of treatment here in Belgium. We will add the added clinical value, and you heard from the MEP so-called why this was left out from the European HTA legislation. And here, so we have it here on the national level. We will decide, or we will vote whether the new medicine brings added clinical value in practice. Pharmacoeconomics, budget impact, point, other things, maybe real-world data that have come out after the GC report and everything you can fill in there. National appraisals. National appraisals will take place very soon, I think, also post-GCA. Well, how will they be? What is the feat of this national appraisal? Well, of course, the mixed report, GCA and national HTA report, that's the first one. The other one, conclusions on appraisal done or given by the Haute Autorité de Santé in Paris and Zorginstituut Nederland in Amsterdam. So our legislator, our political conclusion here in Belgium was that we do not only base ourselves on the European GCA, but we also add the national views, the national conclusions in France and in the Netherlands. As it is today, maybe we can add other HTA bodies in the future, but how it is, France and the Netherlands. And in informal exchange within the Benelux countries, Francis Arix has mentioned it, this is work in progress, and we will certainly develop that in a smooth way and a not too heavy way within Benelux. So, early discussion points for GCA revision. Authorship, this is something, that's something how to plan it. Are there a lot of GCA submissions? Are there a few ones? Are they going to follow a fast track within the EMA? Will there be extensions of the labels, etc.? This is something for us at the member state level to plan carefully. Non-authorship. People outside this HTA community may think that when a member state is not an author of a report, the member state has really nothing to do there at the European level, or not much to do. Well, this is not true. Even if we are, as a member state, from a member state point of view, if we are not an author of a GCA report, yet we have full agendas of this subgroup GCA to follow. We have to be present and prepare meetings of the GSC group, of the coordination group, etc., etc. So certainly we need staff also when we are not the author of a GCA report. And just given the number of procedures and draft reports and everything that goes all over the agenda. And so for this, the human resource, and this is my last message, the human resources for our institute on the national level are really key. And I have said it, I think 3 years ago, also in an academy meeting here in Brussels. And I repeat my words, sorry to repeat myself. But the staff, the human resources are really key in any discussion, any possible future change of the European GCA legislation. So I thank you for your attention.
Yeah, and so thank you, Marc, because you addressed you really focused on what we are looking for in this session, and you mentioned that some of the hurdles at the moment, like the timely submission to member states after the JCA from the from the industry, then the national assessments and the appraisals post JCA that take time, effort. The authorship plan, which is also important to anticipate the workload, but also the workload beyond the authorship that is important for member states. And I could say the workforce preparedness that HTA bodies need to put in place today. And unfortunately, we see that happening today when it should have started a few years ago.